Hello, welcome back to the channel. This is London Abyss, and today I'm just going to do a quick video on Yuki and how to prepare for her in season 1. So Yuki is a striker and an order unit. So if you come over here, you come down to combatants and you could farm this material right here, the promotion materials for striker. But do note, most of the time, as we can see, when Haru came, we did get a lot of materials for Haru, so do be wary about farming these promotion materials and also potential materials, because we may be getting a lot of materials for her in order to level her up already. So over farming this might be bad, because as you know, the resource grind gets a lot tedious and harder as you level up, and you need a lot of materials. So over farming this might be bad, because you might need to build up other characters. Actually, you might even have to build up your support characters for Yuki. So do know, we are going to get materials for Yuki already to build her up, but if you need extra materials for her, here you could get extra materials right here. It will be striker, and then you also want to come over here and get the order materials. Now, one thing you could be farming and actually really benefit her is equipment, because she is going to need equipment. So you could come over here for a 4 set. You could get order cards right here when using attack cards, or you could also go for critical damage of 1 cost cards, because she do have a lot of 1 cost cards that do damage. So this set might also be good. And then for her 2 set, you could also get the 25% critical damage. Now you could go for those 4 sets, but also people are also doing 3 sets of 2. So you could also go for a 2 set of this critical damage, and then you could go for a 2 set of hit here, 12% attack, and then the last set is really up to you. You could go for more damage right here, or you could even go for a more tankier, give her defense, or even life. Now that's going to be really up to you. So it really depends on what you want. So you could go all in on a 4 set for her, or you could do a 3 set of 2. Now the benefits of a 3 set of 2 is that you could swap the 3 set of 2 on different characters, because these sets are more generalized, meaning that they could go on more characters, and you could just take them off and put them on other characters. Now that's the really big benefit of having this sets of 2s compared to a 4 set, which is very specific on the character that they want. Now moving on, let's talk about partners. Now as you can see, I do not have basically 3 of her good partners. So as of right now, I would say 3 people are really good for her right now. I would say Veronica, Nia, and Cassius. And the reason why I say that is because they draw a lot, and Yuki really benefits from drawing. So these 3 characters do a lot for her. So if you have Veronica, Veronica could be a very good character for her, because Veronica adds in that single target damage, and also Veronica really draws a lot in her deck. So as you can see right here, Repulse actually draws 2 other cards from other combatants, so this allows you to draw into Yuki cards. And then we also have a lot more draw on her other cards too. And some of these epiphanies make it a lot easier. Also, you can even go for draw 2, or you could even come over here and get more different types of draws in your hand. Now, this one might be really beneficial, because this allows you to draw other cards other than Veronica's, allowing you to get more into Yuki's deck. Now, this is a 5-star, so it may be a little harder to get her, but the 4-star variants is going to be Nia and Cassius. And the reason why these 4 stars are actually going to be really good, it might even be better compared to even 5 stars, is because of their kit. Now if we look at Nia, Nia does well because she draws a lot, and she even can activate cards, meaning like when she draws the card, she could activate the card immediately, actually saving you on AP and dishing out a little bit of damage herself. Now if you look at her deck, you can see that she just draws a lot, allowing you to really dent out your deck. And a very similar thing is also Cassius. So Cassius is also drawing a lot, denting out your deck, and allow you to get to all your cards, allowing Yuki to basically proc her inspiration basically all the time. Alright, so now let's quickly look at our team comp. So usually our team, we're gonna have a controller, which could be Nia, Cassius, and then we have Yuki, which is our AoE damage dealer. Now we have to think about what do we need next. So do we need more damage like a sub DPS, or do we need tankiness or more healing? So we need someone like for a sub DPS. We could go for Veronica because Veronica makes up for what Yuki can't do. Since Yuki does a lot of AoE, Veronica is a good sub DPS and she do a lot of single target damage. Or do you need tankiness to go for Calliope, which will give us a lot of shields and really help us tank up? Or do you really just need extra healing and then we just Dote and Mika? Now, the team count really depends on what you really need. Do you need more damage? If you need more damage, you might want to look for a single target DPS. If you need more tankiness, you could go for a Calliope that gives a lot of shielding and a little bit of damage. And then if you just dying a lot and just need healing, Mika actually might just be benefiting you because you might need that extra healing. Since Nia and Cassius may be limited on healing, Nia do have some heal cards and she could do some decent healing, but she's mainly for drawing and getting out the cards that you really need. Cassius, on the other hand, is not very good at healing, but if you do have his Duke 2, he could do some decent healing. So depending on what you really need, that extra healing for Mika might be very beneficial. Alright, so that was my quick guide on preparing for Yuki. Now you know what type of characters you may need to build up for Yuki, and you also know what materials and equipment that you need to also start farming for her. So thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments, are you gonna pull for Yuki or are you skipping? And that is the video. So take care and peace out.